Interviewing is an art. I'll begin this episode presenting before you two celebrated journalists in India. A woman journalist and a male journalist. One is BARKHA. BARKHA was the key person behind the success of NDTV 24/7 along with Pranoy Roy. And the most watched program of NDTV 24/7 for several years was a special program, an interview panel discussion program anchored by BARKHA. We the People. 1 hour program. The style that she adopted was exploration. Exploration into a current issue, bringing together experts and a cross section of people from different walks of life. He also was very popular with another program, The Buck Stops Here. Let's have a feel of the way that BARKHA had used to keep the audience engaged during her 1 hour program, We the People.
Hello and welcome to We the People. On We the People today, we ask whether this beef ban, which of course now includes buffalo meat as well in states like Maharashtra, is a rightful move, keeping in mind the religious sentiments of, some would say, a majority section of the country, or is it mixing religion with politics? Is it an infringement of individual liberty? And what about the economic livelihood of those who depend on the cattle industry? It's a sensitive subject. It wasn't even allowed to be debated in Parliament because Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi got up and said it's that sensitive. But we are here to debate it today, and Sudhanshu Trivedi, please explain why this is the most pressing issue before the country today. To move so quickly to ban beef, which now of course includes not just cow meat but buffalo meat as well in Maharashtra, is this really the most important thing?
There are three aspects of this problem.
Yes.
One is the logical sensitivity. Second is the religious sensitivity, and third is the political opportunity.
Khushbu, as not just a Congress person today on this panel, but as somebody who comes from a very mixed background, so therefore you don't have a homogeneous approach to culture and sensitivity.
Born in Maharashtra, born to Muslim parents, married to a Hindu. I have not converted. I still follow my religion. I don't eat beef. My children do. So I do not understand this logic. This is something which people have been debating for a very long time. And I just look at it saying that it's more of a religious tactics. I'm not speaking on behalf of my party. I feel that it's very, very religious aspect which has been attached to it.
So do you agree with it? Do you agree with...
Definitely not. I think it's absolute stupidity to say that you need to ban the cow and the buffalo. I mean, there are so many people whose livelihood is attached to this. So what about them? The government says that we will compensate, but whatever they do,
the theological debate on beef eating.
Yes.
We are in the age where that we should be animal friendly.
But then we should be all be vegetarians.
We should be animal friendly.
We should all be vegetarians.
We should be friendly with all the animals.
I'm just coming to that.
The goat is saying that, look, why actually slaughtered me?
The goat is saying why slaughtered me. Okay.
Why to slaughter me? As a sociologist and as a person who has an identity, and I come from a particular identity,
yes.
I don't believe that India is monolithic 82% Hindu.
Yes.
There are actually people who were left outside the temple. Are they Hindu? You consider them as Hindu? You did not allow them to eat with you, meet with you, marry with you,
yes.
or you did not even allow you to enter them in your temples.
Yes.
You treat them as Hindus, and you are telling us today that, look, your sentiments are getting hurt. Your sentiments did not bleed for them. Your sentiments bleed for the cow. That means cow, which is an animal, is more important for you than the people, than the human beings.
Are there people here who do not eat beef, who do not? And that's a sizable number as well. Is it because of religious reasons, health reasons? What is it?
It's a bias that we have agreed. But I'm fine with others eating beef.
आप खुद नहीं खाएंगे लेकिन बाकी किसी को खाना है.
Food is a personal choice.
Let's not argue, let's not fight on such issues. Each and every Indian should respect the each and every religious sentiments.
And I'm thinking that rat eating will also be banned because it is vehicle of Ganesha. So there is this question of where your sentiments will stop. Nobody knows.
Okay.
At the existential level, it is actually banning and draconian to ban of a dietary practice.
Every country in the world struggles to find a balance between the right to individual liberty and religious and cultural sentiments, and that debate goes on here. But I will say that bans have mostly, whether it's with movies, alcohol or meat, proved to be inefficient. So therefore, is banning the answer, or is there a larger public debate to create more awareness, more sense of cultural history and inheritance and our own sort of civilizational reference points that Sudhanshu Trivedi often brings up? I think we leave you with that question to decide for yourself, because that's how it should be in a democracy.
One of the most credible television journalists in India is Rajdeep Sardesai. Rajdeep Sardesai was the brain behind the success of the 24-hour news channel in English, CNN-IBN. Because of his commitment to the ethical principles of journalism, he resigned from CNN-IBN channel. He is currently with India Today 24-hour news channel, anchoring the main current affairs news programs. Rajdeep Sardesai had an exclusive interview for India Today news channel with the Nobel Prize winner Malala. It was a very lively interview, and it was widely watched and also read because it was reported also by the mainstream newspapers. Let's watch the interview that Malala had with television journalist, television interviewer Rajdeep Sardesai.
Hello and welcome to this very special interview with a very special person, the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner at the age of 17 and possibly the bravest girl in the world. Malala Yousafzai, welcome to India Today TV.
Thank you.
Nobel Peace Prize winner at 17 and now a major film being made on your life by the time you're 18. You must feel like a superstar.
Well, I'm just a normal girl and I'm doing what is the responsibility of all of us, which is to stand up for what is right in your society and to stand against injustices. So I cannot tolerate women being denied the right to have an identity and girls being denied the right to have an education. So that's what I'm standing for, and I think this is the right thing that we should all do.
Where does this self-confidence come from, wisdom? You seem to be, not just 18. You seem to be well beyond your years. Where does that come from? Where does that self-confidence come from in Malala?
I think when you believe in yourself and when you have strong belief in what you are saying, then this comes kind of automatically.
That the Taliban is not about religion, it's not about Islam, it's about trying to grab power. But it's power that's coming through the barrel of the gun. Can this power be fought? क्या इस ताकत को fight कर सकते हैं? Can it be fought?
In order to fight this power of extremism, this power of terrorism, we have to empower our young generation through education, and the weapons that we need are books and pens, and is our voice, which is the most important thing. And also no investment has been done in education, which is needed right now. So we need our leaders to invest more in education to empower the future generation against terrorism.
Tell me, I don't see any anger and bitterness that you have against those who tried to kill you. You tend to smile. आप मुस्कुराती है जब आपको question पूछा जाता है about October 20. Why don't you have a sense of anger?
One thing is very important is that I expect others to treat me with fairness, with kindness, with forgiveness, with justice.
You know, your father, I see, is a real inspiration for you. You know, the movie is very much about your relationship with your father. Is he your driving force, your inspiration, your guru?
Well, he is an inspiration to me as well as my mother. She is the one who really encouraged both of us. And she strongly believes in telling the truth, and it's her strong belief that you should say what is right and you should deny all injustices in your society. But my father, he has so much energy and he's so passionate, and it was his struggle for women's rights and for education that motivated me to stand up.
In the book you say that you wanted to be a doctor first, now you want to be a politician. Is there a politician who inspires you, any individual, any person who inspires you, who you would like to be like in public life?
So I felt that there is a need of leadership, strong leadership in our country, and I also had this strong belief that our leaders need to do something. Why are they silent if terrorism is happening in Swat Valley? Why are they silent if girls are denied education or if women are flogged in the streets? Why, where are our leaders? And that really motivated me to say that I want to be a politician or a leader to change my country. But as I have turned 18 and I'm realizing that there are many other opportunities through which you can bring change in your society. So it's not the very final decision yet, but I do feel there is need of strong leadership in our country.
Anyone who inspires you? Anyone you have a role model?
Benazir Bhutto, Bacha Khan, they were great inspirational leaders who stood for change, and especially Benazir Bhutto being an inspiration because she was a woman becoming a leader, which many people denied that a woman can't be a leader. So she has already shown to people that a woman can be a leader and a woman can do it.
No, I'm just wondering sometimes whether you feel like a mountaineer who has climbed Everest. Now what mountain is left to climb? If at 17 you get the Nobel Peace Prize, ab kya reh gaya? What is left for Malala to do?
My mission was not to get Nobel Peace Prize. My mission is to see every child going to school, and that I still haven't achieved. And this is the mountain, seeing every child going to school, that I want to climb on and to reach to its top. I would love to see Delhi, Mumbai, and every place present there.
You know, you will have large crowds. You will be like a rock star. मैं तो आपको invite करने आया हूँ. This is an open invitation. Please come. India Today will take care of you, and we want you to spread the message of the Malala Front across India.
Definitely.
You know, Malala, the fact though is that as this film shows, you know, you've become larger than life. Do you fear for your life at any stage? The kind of people who might want to target you because of the things that you say?
I have gone through this situation already. I have been targeted already, and now what else is left that I need to be scared of? There is nothing that I need to be scared of.
What happens to those millions of girls, particularly in our part of the world, who don't have the kind of support system that Ziauddin in a sense gave you, your father gave you? What about those girls? Do you believe that their lives can change? Do you believe it's possible? Because you wrote, you know, in that famous speech you said, what, one book, one pen, one woman can change, you know, the world. Do you really believe that's possible?
I think it is possible, and there is no limit. A child, a book, a pen, and a teacher, they can really change the world. We now need people to think that they're part of it. And because sometimes when we think of change, we say, okay, there are a few social activists and a few people who are going to bring the change. It's not our job. It's the duty of every one of us, world leaders, people being doctors, engineers, journalists, parents, teachers, everyone has to play his or her role in it. And for parents it's important to let their children go to school and to consider their children's education as they need, and take it as important as my father and my mother did.
हाँ, मैंने एक बार सुना कि इंडिया पाकिस्तान की मैच होती है, that is the only time you support Pakistan fully, right?
और तो मुझे बहुत, यानी मैं चाहती हूँ कि इंडिया पाकिस्तान के बहुत अच्छे ताल्लुकात हो, दोस्ती हो, लेकिन क्रिकेट मैच में no, only Pakistan.
Cricket match you only want Pakistan, just as in cricket I only want India. One day like Benazir Bhutto, you want to be the Prime Minister of Pakistan?
Hopefully, if people vote, but my dream is to help children to get education. That's my dream.
So your dream is much more rooted in the idea that you want a world where no child can be denied an education.
Yes.
You believe that is true empowerment in the
Yes.
truest sense of the word.
My dream is not to become a politician. My dream is to see every child going to school. But then I want to find a way to make that dream come true. And maybe through becoming a politician or doing some other job or running the fund or anything. But I want to make that dream come true.
Rajdeep Sardesai had a freewheeling conversation with Malala. I will take this interview as a model to explain to you how to interview and how to craft an interview story.